Libra, this is a new moon reading in Pisces and seeing how the new moon is influencing you. So right off the bat, I know that this new moon in particular, the themes for you are really heightened and focused on, things like your daily habits, your work routines, and your nervous system. So we're just seeing here. Okay, and coming in. One more card, Spirit. One more card. One more card. Okay, nice. Okay, so Libra, right off the bat, we do have here, as the overarching energy, Yang. So I really like this for you. A lot of fire. Yang representing the divine masculine energy and the number 1 here. So this is really about new beginnings, a lot of passion coming through, action, inspiration. And you have here in conjunction with the Emperor. So right away, the Emperor also being a major arcana card. This is about stability, structure, authority, work, ambition, control, foundation, having a very strong foundation. And this is very much, influenced by Aries, a lot of fire, right? And in particular, the fire signs. So I kind of feel, because you do have here the 5 of Cups. So I feel like I'm getting that there was this sense of, a lot of you were feeling quite down, quite depressed, really this sense of like going through a big shedding of an old identity, and some of you might still be in that energy, but this is really a card of loss. It's a card of grief. It's a card of financial despair, and I feel like this is changing because I think many of you are recognizing and realizing that you have more power, more capability than you recognized in yourself before. That's what I'm really getting. And, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is also a beautiful sign of like 2 1s, by the way, double confirmation, that the energy is shifting and you're entering a new cycle. But also, the thing is, new moons, they do represent manifestation, calling in the new. But what a lot of people don't realize is that in order to call in the new, you need to make space for that. And what do I mean by that? Is you need to surrender and let go all of the outdated beliefs, all of the things and people that are not serving you, to welcome the new. And I'm really getting the sense that this is very much tied to your foundation, your stability, your finances, and that many of you are wanting more for yourself. And this is changing. And I think this is changing, 1, because the energy in general is shifting, but 2, right, because we do create a reality with Temperance coming in. A lot of you have recognized in yourself, 2 major arcanas, by the way, that creating your empire and the life that you desire takes time, right? I'm hearing nothing that is like beautiful and sacred is just given to us. Sometimes, yes, but it's like, if you really want to, have this amazing, big, striving empire in your business, that's going to take some work. That's going to take some time. That's going to require you to let go of, being in this energy of despair and like, woe is me and I can't have it, and step up to this Emperor energy. I just want to pull some more cards for the 5 of Cups here. Yeah, I feel like here with Capricorn, the Devil card here, I mean, maybe some of you were dealing with a Capricorn. Maybe some of you have Capricorn in your chart. But this is really like bad habits, right? This is about limiting beliefs, toxic habits, toxic traits within ourselves. And especially the fact that this new moon in Pisces is highlighting and influence this for you. I feel like for many of you, you've had a big reality check within yourself that you're recognizing all of the things within yourself that are ultimately holding you back. So this can be, things stemming from, excuse me, as I cough, confirmation there, what you're speaking into existence, literally, because I have to cough again and I wasn't coughing. So, fear of failure, but our words cast spells. So like being very mindful, Libra, of like, what is it that what is your inner narrative? Because whatever you're telling yourself, that's what you're going to be creating. That's what you're going to be believing, right? And if you say something enough times, eventually that becomes a belief within yourself, and that can become ingrained, and our limiting beliefs ultimately shape the way that we view the world, the way we interact with the world, right? If you believe that making money is hard, or that there's never enough money, that's what you're going to create. You're going to get this unexpected bill. You're going to feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're going to, possess what's called confirmation bias in your brain based on your limiting beliefs around, money, confidence, success, self-worth. And you're going to literally reject opportunities that could, maybe create more money, because you're going to be literally believing that there's not enough money, and you're not going to see opportunities in your field, literally, because of the beliefs that you hold. This is actual, facts. So it says, take time to breathe out. So maybe some of you are feeling a little bit anxious, and you need to kind of just step back to reevaluate things. And when you reevaluate things, that's when you're going to be in this beautiful energy, right? This new cycle of coming back to, I just heard the drawing board. So maybe some of you are entrepreneurs, or maybe you're going to start reapplying for jobs. Maybe you're going to get back onto the dating market and put yourself back out there. But maybe some of you have to take a breather, and it says your hard work is paying off. So exactly, I feel like some of you are maybe realizing, because of the Temperance card is about patience, but it's like having this shift within ourselves, that just because we might not necessarily see the results of our efforts doesn't mean that things aren't working. And so maybe some of you are even recognizing that you need to let go of this trying to control the timing of things and trying to control how things are going to happen, because the universe, and God, that's what dictates the timing of things. And just because we can't see things, right, doesn't mean that things are not happening behind the scenes, and that if a door closes, the universe doesn't have a much better, bigger, greater plan for us, right? And then there was one more. Confidence is your key to success. So I feel like for some of you, you are reigniting, especially with the fire and the Emperor card here, you're reigniting the sense of confidence within yourself. Maybe some of you are seeing that, things are getting a little bit easier now, and that has kind of given you the little boost that you needed to move forward, to believe in yourself a little bit more. Maybe there's also been a heart healing within you, especially with the Temperance card here, where you're just literally open to receiving more, or you're going through this. And it says divine healing, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. So you did have time to breathe out. So perhaps this new moon is really, because it's the new moon in Pisces, and it is about bringing certain things, emotions, emotional patterns that are not serving us to the forefront, right? So that we have to see those, deal with those, surrender those, let go of those, in order to open up our heart for greater things, right, to come into our lives. And I feel like for some of you, maybe you are working with a mentor, or you are also within some sort of a teaching, coaching, healing field. And that's just kind of what I'm getting here. And all that glitters card. So this is a card of recognizing that the grass is not necessarily greener, Libra, on the other side of the fence, and that you have everything that you need. Be grateful. We're going to leave it here. If this reading resonated with you, like it, comment, follow for more weekly readings, and I'll see you in the next one. Sending so much love.